pirate software might be getting sued. A YouTuber recently put out a video that I went over in my live stream, and I broke it down and went through it and tried to address my thoughts on the points that he made and whether pirate software could get sued over those points. Now, I just want to give this warning as well that I was live streaming during this, and during live streams, I can kind of get a bit amped and I kind of lose a bit of my level-headedness at times. And so I just want that to be apparent right now, to make sure that you guys, keep my thoughts and opinions with a grain of salt. I think I did a decent job here, but just wanted you to be aware. And of course, in the last 10 seconds here, if you're new, end up enjoying the video, consider subscribing. Really helps out the channel. We just hit 60K. That was the end of year goal. So we're going to shoot for 70 now. But thank you. Enjoy the video. Now, I'm going to leave it up to you. There is an argument. The argument is being made by this YouTuber that there is a potential lawsuit that can be found. But I'm going to tell you right off the bat that I'm going to be arguing that there isn't, that it's actually pretty futile what we're going to be looking at. I don't think that there is a lawsuit. I think it is a very, very generous read, but it's not holding weight to me. Obviously, have we all seen the Billy Mitchell tweet? This man's just trying to sell hot sauce. I think he's just riffing. Billy Mitchell, the world-renowned Carl Jobst cucker, said pirate software will be sued. He did not back this up further. If you are expecting that he replied to anybody, that he had anything more useful to say, you are wrong. You are mistaken. That is it. I don't think I saw him reply to literally anybody. And I'm pretty damn sure he's just trying to sell hot sauce. That is my leading theory. I'm surprised. If you guys haven't seen it, I'm surprised. It's just for no reason. But we do actually have something more. There's something more concrete talking about a potential lawsuit with Pirate. And it actually has to do with his involvement with the petition. So this comes from ENDYMIONtv, maybe. I might have fucked that up. He actually shouts me out in this video. So he put out this video here. It's called Pirate Software Just Got Caught Lying About Stop Killing Games Again. Now let's get into his argument talking about a potential lawsuit here.
This is why I needed to call him out for lying about the graphs and how he claims he has had zero.
So he's talking about, in the graphs, he was misconstruing the graphs. The graph that he first showed wasn't including the 2 VODs that he had previously deleted. And if you include those, it can technically look a lot worse for Pirate. And he's using that to prop up this argument that he's about to make here. And I don't say prop up to be disrespectful. I just mean that's his defense for it.
Impact on Stop Killing Games as an initiative because it's completely false. I will admit, however, that his lack of endorsement was a catalyst that resulted in the movement exploding. But trying to paint his negative take as being positive in retrospect is just what someone would say that's trying to save face, if you will.
But we were doing that ironically. We were saying that him getting so stuck in the mud and dying on this hill, I made that thank you Pirate Software video. That was ironic. But Pirate was like, you guys are welcome. You made me the villain.
Posting actual false information, that's not the way to do it. You also can't legally represent a movement or petition in a false light on the hopes of that resulting in the movement or petition's downfall, by the way. I'm not kidding, by the way, either.
So listen to this again.
Of legally posting actual...
So now he's going to make the argument that what he did was legally not okay.
False information, that's not the way to do it. You also can't legally represent a movement or petition in a false light on the hopes of that resulting in the movement or petition's downfall, by the way. I'm not kidding, by the way, either.
Okay, now this is Editor Connor coming in because I also found something that I need to show you guys. It's very important for this. So the laws that he's bringing up in this video are specifically Los Angeles municipality laws, or in the Los Angeles municipality. Now, I don't think I really need to get into full detail, but essentially, this is only useful in Los Angeles, and maybe he was thinking Pirate Software existed in Los Angeles, but even then, the law here goes even further where it doesn't make sense for it because this petition is in the UK. Now you can see in the video here,
if we go look at the American legal publishing of the various laws within the United States, which Pirate lives in obviously, misrepresenting a petition is technically breaking the law. As seen here in section 43.32 under the misrepresentation of content.
He kind of goes out of his way to be incredibly vague about where he's pulling this law from. I'm not going to say if that's intentional or not, but he is, being very vague about that. But he is being very vague about the laws specifically that he's addressing. And I just found that curious. But I think it also puts quite a hole, if not completely undermining this entire argument, that this is something that Pirate could be like sued for. I was chatting with some people on Discord who pointed this out to me after I got off stream, and I just really wanted to make sure this got in front of you guys as well. But that's it for the update. Enjoy the rest of the video. So let's read this. No person circulating or having charge or control of the circulation of or obtaining signatures to any petition not mentioned in the preceding subsection, and which is or to be presented to any body, board, commission, or officer shall willfully or knowingly misrepresent or make any false statement concerning the contents, purport, or effect of any such petition to any person who signs or who desires to sign or who is requested to sign or who makes inquiry with respect to any such petition or to whom any such petition is presented for signature.
Basically, what Pirate did with his videos on Stop Killing Games by intentionally misrepresenting the movement by claiming that what they were advocating for is impossible or not actually what the movement was really about, which by posting that video led to, like I showed you guys with the graphs, that his exact moment in posting those videos led to the downward surge of signatures for the initiative technically violates a specific section of American law. Now, will I say Pirate is going to get sued? No, I don't know actually. After all, I am not going to sue this guy or anything myself. However, it should be made very abundantly clear that what he did was technically a violation of section 43.32b if we're being technical, which in a situation like this, that's pretty much important. Also, by the way, section C part also conveys this more, which reads, no person shall...
He's also pointing this out, no person shall willfully or knowingly circulate, publish, or exhibit any false statement or misrepresentation concerning the contents, purport, or effect of any petition mentioned in this section for the purpose of obtaining any signature to any such petition or for the purpose of persuading any person to sign or not to sign any such petition. Here's the thing that I have an issue with. You have to argue that this person is willfully like doing it and misrepresenting it on purpose. Now, I understand, and like, let's be real here. I know that a lot of you are going to get on my ass. A lot of you are going to give me shit because I am saying that I don't think that he is acting, or not that I don't think, but that there is no provable way to show that he is acting maliciously, especially in the eyes of the law. Don't get me wrong. You can believe it. You can, like, I can agree with you all day. But there isn't proof of that. If you want to go to court over it, you want to like actually sue someone for this, we don't have that. I struggle to believe it myself. I think his ego directs his decision making more than his brain does. And I think he's just like he needs to be right in his own way. And so that's my first issue. But the second issue is about him having control or charge of this petition. Number one, I just think he misunderstands it. We don't have proof that he's maliciously doing this to go out of him. No person circulating or having charge or control of the circulation of or obtaining signatures to any petition. That's the issue. He's not like one of the people that is obtaining them. He's not in control of the petition. He's not in charge. That would be Ross. If Ross was misrepresenting it, if Ross was the one that was screwing this up or being malicious, then that would, as far as I understand it, that is how this would apply. Ayer Thor is a lawyer. He could consult about this. Yeah, just not copyright. Hit up Legal Mindset. He's my go-to. I'll reach out to them. I also have somebody. I don't know if they'd be able to do this. Mario Black, he's helped somebody in regard to Pirate Software. If you guys remember when he tried to get that defamation lawsuit, I had an interview with that guy's lawyer, with that game developer's lawyer. So Tim Tom 2 says that legal/law thing is unfortunately false. This law is explicitly stating that it's aimed at persons who are in charge of petitions. It's not aimed at people outside of the petition holder. So it's against the law to make a petition for killing all puppies, but to get signatures. A lot of what you're going to see a lot of people arguing about is going to be like intention. And when you see stuff like this, proof that they were being proof that they were being malicious, proof that they were misrepresenting it on purpose as opposed to misunderstanding it, that is very difficult. And so far, like from what I've seen, and again, I'm not a fucking lawyer. I'm not an analyst of data for like a law firm, and I understand, law very deeply. I haven't been presented anything that has made me comfortable, even in my videos, and you guys can go through them and look through them, to say with confidence that he's acting maliciously. He's lied. He's forgotten things. He's been wrong about those things, but I haven't had concrete proof that behind the scenes, similar to like Logan Paul, you know, with his lawsuit with CoffeeZilla saying, you know, like, I want him to suffer. I want him to lose money. This isn't about winning the case. It's just about making his life miserable. I haven't seen something like that. I've seen Pirate be incredibly immature and just make fun of people that he disagrees with, or that he's like, you know, lying to, like Ross, like bullying Ross for not understanding how VODs work, even though Ross correctly ascertained that he had deleted VODs, that Pirate had deleted VODs. I've seen that, but I haven't seen him act maliciously. Based off the arguments I've seen, number one, Billy Mitchell's just riffing here. And number two, this one that is more fleshed out, that has more of an argument. In my expert armchair lawyer opinion, after literally talking to a lawyer for like maybe an hour a couple of months ago, I don't think that this would actually hold up. I don't think that there would be something. And if I can get a hold of him and chat with him about it, I'll include it like in a video tomorrow where we talk about it, but it's just, I'm not seeing it myself. But that brings us to a close. Obviously, we just have Billy Mitchell advertising his hot sauce and this other YouTuber who I don't know. The argument isn't very sound. I don't know much law personally. I just don't really expect that Pirate's going to be sued for this stuff. Again, just a lot of the, you know, malicious or proving the misrepresentation is a huge factor in my opinion as not a lawyer. But I'm interested to hear what you guys think. If you enjoyed the clips from the stream, let me know how I can improve. And I hope you guys just enjoyed the video. That's it. See you guys later. Adios. Peace. Bye.